My name's Neil Brooks and I work for the Access team at Recovery in Nottingham. We assess all the drug users that are coming in for treatment. So we see all the range of the drug users that are accessing the service. Also work with Child Sound Support, which is part of Recovery in Nottingham, which does a lot of work with students and the nightclubs. So again, we were seeing these new drugs fairly early on and people come to us for that treatment now. This film is about the synthetic cannabinoids, like the mambas, some of which are illegal, they're not all legal. There are new ones coming out all the time. There's probably over 1,000 different chemicals that fit under this category. The synthetic cannabinoids have been causing a problem for a while across all range of drug users. This isn't just your people that believe it to be cannabis and using it as a substitute, but also the harder end, the injecting heroin, the crack users are also using and having problems with the cannabinoids drugs. The main message we want to get across is this isn't cannabis. This is a chemical disguised as the drug that people are smoking, believing it to be, and people are having severe health problems with it. We would try and encourage people, if you are using it, even if you aren't having some of the problems or early onset, is to come and get help and advice as soon as possible. But people that have been smoking it a while and do smoke larger amounts, we're seeing severe physical harms with it. The only thing that takes away that physical harm that they've got is smoking more of the drug. Across the country, services are not engaging with the people enough and people feeling services aren't for them. It's good that you hear about some of the effects firsthand. So let's hear from a 19-year-old female who has just come off the synthetic cannabinoids and still experiencing the problems.
When I first started smoking it, I literally used to put like 6 tiny little crumbs in, and I obviously with the circle of friends I used to smoke it with, I was always dead thingy like, no, only have a couple of bum, put it out, etc, etc. But then obviously as it went on, I started smoking more and more. Basically I had a mamba attack. My mate, he passed me a spliff and I only had 4 drags of the spliff, and it felt like my soul was like coming out of my body, and I had to keep on twitching, doing all this and twitching and doing all that to actually know that I was alive, you know. And I kept seeing shadows in my mirror, and the only thing I could think of in my head was the devil's coming to get me. My withdrawal symptoms would be I would get really angry. I could call myself, if you like, a little psycho. That's what everyone used to call me, little psycho. Sweats, I would sweat a lot, shake a lot. I used to call them the mamba contractions. It's like a period pain, hunger pain, and like someone's twisting your stomach, like constantly. And it is the most agonising pain. Like you have to sit there and, you know, like tense your belly and stuff like that. If you have got a spliff, you would be smoking one straight away because it would take the pain straight away. So every time I used to get these pains, I used to smoke more and more and more, and I used to get these pains all the time, so it didn't really help. And also, because I suffer with some mental health issues as well, like the thoughts that go on through my head and stuff like that, it would block that out because it would totally knock me out. So my depression, like that was like put to one side because I was too mambered to even think I was depressed. I used to have heart palpitations and a regular heartbeat. When I used to get these, like my heart used to go like doof doof, 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 like that, and it used to feel like my heart was cramping, like slowly cramping and stopping slowly. I used to have kidney pains, liver pains. My bowels, they were really, really bad. I still, to this day, have bowel problems, even though I'm not smoking it no more. Phlegm, I used to cough up black phlegm. Every time I used to breathe, you could hear me wheezing. Even just walking up the stairs was a task for me. I could not breathe. I mean, my breathings have got a lot better since I've stopped, but, you know, I still wheeze and still phlegm up and stuff. The reason why I didn't stop is because smoking the mambas stopped all the pain for me. And, you know, well, in my head it did, you know, but obviously clearly it is damaging my body inside. If I was to give anyone out there any advice, it would be to, you know, go and get help and go and get checkups. You've got to stay positive. You cannot do it alone. That is one thing you cannot do. You cannot quit smoking Mamba alone. You need to be distracted off the mind, and you just got to be strong-hearted about it. You know, I got to the point where I thought I was dying. I had support from Recovery in Nottingham. I had support from my ex-boyfriend. You need to go out there and get the support, otherwise you're just killing yourself slowly. You really are.
If you need any advice, any help, or even if you've got some of the problems and you need more in-depth treatment, don't hesitate to come and get help. You can find out about all the services at Recovery in Nottingham on the website www.recoveryinNottingham.co.uk.